Okay, I think we're ready. At least I hope so. Okay, let me just figure a few things out, and I should be speaking to you properly in a moment. Okay, do you know what? Never mind. I think we're okay. Well, first of all, welcome. Let me just check the sound. Okay, the sound is good. Sorry about a little bit of an echo. The sound is okay. Welcome, and I hope you are having a fine day or a fine evening. Sorry about the darkish environment of the whole setup. Right now, I don't have anything better to offer to you. Actually, I'm gonna just open the window a little bit. It's not that it's gonna make it lighter, but it is going to make it so that I have air to breathe. And soon enough, I will be showing you where I actually am sitting, so you will understand why everything is looking the way it's looking. I had a very long day, and I didn't even think I would end up streaming today at all. But as it turns out, I was actually able to move today. I was able to figure everything out. Well, we were actually, my husband and I and our toddler, who tried to help at least a little bit with some stuff that he could help with. But yeah, we figured everything out. There's still a few things to be sorted, but I think we're pretty much doing okay. When it comes to, the apartment stuff. Tomorrow I need to go shopping and just buy a few more things that we figured out were missing. But apart from that, I think we're okay. Second of all, I'm sorry that it's dark. I am definitely not streaming from the same setup that I used to. This is pretty much, okay, so this place where I'm currently at, I can actually, if I showed it around, first of all, you wouldn't believe me, and second, I don't think you would be able to see much, because this space is pretty much like a 1 by 1 meter square where I'm sitting, and this is my new office. This is actually the place where I'm sitting right now. This used to be a balcony, so I don't know how the sound is, but I'm hoping that part is okay, at least. If I'm at any point too loud or too quiet or anything like that, I'm just gonna need you to let me know about it. But apart from that, I think we are okay. So yeah, we are in a dark mode because I now live in a smaller apartment where if I turn on the lights, literally next to me, my son is just going to freak out because he's still trying to go to bed. And he just hasn't been wanting to do that. So if he sees the light coming out of this room, and mind you, the rooms are kind of connected, and his room has like a transparent glass thing between us pretty much. Wait, let me see. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure. Okay, we're good. So yeah, he can actually see the light, and that's why I decided to go for these. This is not a light replacement. This is just kind of a decoration thingy. Good morning, Angry Cupcake. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm just explaining the bizarreness of my current setup, which is like level 11 out of 10, pretty much. I did everything I could to bring a little bit of light into it. Like, in theory, I could do this. Okay. See, this is what I could do. This is the light that is sitting like right in front of me, and it's supposed to be like a face light or something like that, but you can see that it's so bright. It's literally a lamp that is in a 1 by 1 meter square space. And it's just not working out for me in this particular environment because it's shining directly in my face and I just can't handle it. So I decided to go for this like dim light atmosphere rather than just having this like huge amount of light in my face, because I have no room here for additional additional equipment that would make the light, you know, more okay. So I hope it looks fine. Do you think it's too dark? I think, like, if it is, I can always wait until he goes to bed and actually turn on like the living room light, because I'm sitting on this like closed balcony pretty much, where if I turn on the light in the living room, I will be able to get the light from there into this room. But if it's fine, then I can just continue like this. So yeah, this is, I actually, let me show you around a little bit. As much as I can. Basically, this is the room. Okay, let me just point the camera. This is my view, and we're actually on the 18th floor. So I don't know how much you can see, but this is my city, and the view during the day, at least, is pretty glorious. It is so high up, and I think you guys would love this. I'm gonna try to stream at some point during the day so you can actually see it, and like there's so many beautiful things that you can see from this balcony. It's crazy. So basically this is like the, you know, what I'm looking at, basically the stream setup and whatnot, and the table, and this is that light that I was talking about. So basically this is like a full-on balcony environment, and here you can see the living room. So basically this is where I could have the lights on once he goes to bed, so that would make the atmosphere, well, the light at least, a little bit better. And here, this is my new addition. So this thing that you see here, the lights were actually an attempt to hide this, but there's no such thing that could hide this thing. So this is basically a hose that is coming from our air conditioner, and it's taking the water outside. So it looks dreadful. It really does. So I tried to buy these things. These are like little, I don't know what they're called in my country. It's like lampions, basically like the little, you know, Chinese lights and whatnot. I thought they were pretty, and basically my husband helped me put them up there, so they provide a little bit of light at least coming into the room. So I'm very happy about that. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. The whole room, the whole setup is just there. And of course the actual view of the city would be like the best thing. I don't know how much you can see. Like, I mean, I know that there's like a bunch of lights and stuff. It's very high up. It's the 18th floor. And like, I'm gonna try at some point to stream during the day so I can show you some stuff. Basically, I could take a picture, but the picture is like never the same. You can never actually feel the city being alive and see all these things when you're just like showing a picture or something like that. But basically, we're gonna have some background noise, basically the usual, you know, city stuff. But yeah, I'm overall very happy with the setup, with what I've been able to do with like 1 meter square. I hope it looks okay, and now I think you can understand the reason why we have the amount of light that we have. So it's gonna be like this for the foreseeable future until I figure out like what in the world I need to do to just you know, to just make it better. And also I need to work on my yelling, because I know that sometimes I'm too loud when I'm reading the quests and whatnot. So I'm gonna try to have my headphones a little bit tilted so I can learn to control my voice, because he actually sleeps like on behind the wall where there's the light. And I do not want to be waking him up. I just need to get used to the fact that this is a smaller apartment and that my audio is just fine, so I don't have to be yelling at you guys. But I could be sitting a little bit higher. Yeah, I think this is fine. So anyway, that's my setup. What do you think? It's a bit insane. Like, I didn't know how this was gonna turn out. I didn't test it. I didn't have any thoughts on how this is gonna work until we actually arrived to the apartment, and I was like, okay, you know, let's do this. Let's figure out how to make this happen. So this is pretty much what it's gonna be. So if you're not a fan of a little bit of a darker you know, stream with an air conditioner hose hidden cleverly with these lampions. And also we have a new companion. This is actually the toy that my son never wanted to play with, and this is Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. But he is super cute. I love this toy, and I don't understand why he doesn't like it. I actually must have kept you busy. It did. It actually did. So listen to this. So he makes noise like an actual dragon, and my son, for some reason, he just doesn't like it. He just doesn't want to, you know, have anything to do with this toy. And I was like, if you don't want it, I'm gonna have it. And I kind of attached it to the chair because I really loved how in Final Fantasy you have these you know, companions that are actually like sitting on your shoulder, and I really wanted one. I know it's not an FF plushie or anything like that, but I really do like this dragon. I think he's adorable, so from now on he's gonna be our companion, and I think this is actually really appropriate, especially for Heavensward, where there is a bunch of dragons. So we're going to pretend that this is our what is it called? What is the little companion called? The Midgard Sommer or something like that? I think that is I think that's his name. Let me just see if I can open the door a little bit. Am I too loud? Felipe? Okay, let me okay, I'll be right back. I just need to check if I'm too loud, because it's actually getting hot in here and I have the doors closed, so I'm not receiving any of the, you know, cold from the air conditioning, and I want to see if I can have the door at least open. Does the video sit on your head? Really? That's hilarious. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and yes, the good news is that I'm gonna be able to have the door open, but I have to be really quiet right now because the door to his bedroom are actually open at the moment, and they won't be in a minute, so I think until then we'll be fine. So when it comes to like today's questing and whatnot, I'm gonna try to do as much as I can, but I am really tired, so I don't promise a super long stream. I just kind of wanted to, you know, show you where I'm at right now and what's going on. So it's actually really exciting for me. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but the fact that I was able to keep up with my schedule and just, you know, have the streams and have the videos and everything just actually happening during this time is, for me, it's a big achievement, because I thought that I would have to take like a week off or something like that to make this all work, and I feel, in a way, I feel a bit proud because I've made it work, and I had a good schedule and I had everything planned out, so I'm actually very, very happy about that. So thank you for, you know, for hanging out, for giving me the motivation to actually figure out my schedule and just, you know, do this the way I wanted to do it, without interruptions, without, you know, the stream or the content on the channel actually suffering. I think I only missed like one video or something like that, and that really had to happen. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm going to continue with the MSQs today. I also want to hear from you guys. So today is Monday, And we did talk yesterday, but I want to hear what your weekend was like, if you did something fun, how you're doing, and yeah, if there's anything going on with you that you'd like to share. So yeah, today I'm going to keep it more on the low key. I just want to see if I can actually finally open the door. Okay, it seems that we're fine. My weekend started today. Wait, how does your job even work? Do you have like shifts that you need to do and then you get like a few days off, or do you have like, I don't know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off every time? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little stream room tour, or whatever it is that the streamers like to call it. For those of you who might have missed it, I did it at the beginning of the stream, so yeah, it was actually a lot of fun showing you all of this, and I think I'll have a lot more to show you. Love the lightning, or rather the lack of it, you see. And this is almost going to turn into an ASMR stream while I'm having the door open, because I figured that in this like 1x1 square, if I'm gonna have the stream running and everything, it's just way too much heat for me to handle, and the equipment is actually getting hot. So I'm gonna have to have the door open, and I'm gonna have to work on being a little bit more quiet. So hopefully I'm able to do that. 12-hour work days, my schedule is quite unpleasant. Oh. So do you get days off like every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or do you work for like a certain amount of days, and then whenever it falls to you to have like a few days off, then you get days off? But that is that is quite intense. I don't think I could do that, at least not with my lifestyle. So this is where we're at. Basically, we finished the story in Ul'dah. We had the Sultana waking up and Ruban being all happy about it, but we are still one crazy dragon short that we need to find and talk to. So we're gonna see how that works. Afanel would know how things stand at the Rising Stones. Am I too quiet? I know that I'm talking in a different way to what I'm actually usually doing, but I'm gonna try to be more on the, normal speaking side, and also I'm trying to have my guy not sit. Oh shit, he actually did that. Sounds like you earned your weekend. It definitely did. That sounds like a lot of work. I couldn't do these like 12-hour shifts. That's just not what suits me. Anyway, Afanel would know how things stand at the Rising Stones. So I think this is gonna be a lot of story time, except for the dungeon thing. Still no word. Oh, this is actually on my screen. Let me move this. This is a stage where I'm seeing like all the things that are wrong with my setup, and I'm trying to correct them as I go. Still no word from Master Galron. I hope this mana cutter of theirs is nearing completion. Oh yeah, they actually are building a ship that could go through the fog thing. That is going to help us actually find the dragon, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I think this heat thing is only going to be on for like another month or so. That we're gonna need the air conditioning, because usually in the fall and during the winter around here, like the nights are actually pretty fresh. So I'm gonna be able to stream from this room with the doors closed, no problem. Today I'm just being a little bit more quiet because I'm still testing like how loudly I can actually speak without waking him up. The video makes it work. It really does. Like I think he really he really fits here. I think I'm really happy that we have him. So yeah, enjoy these these darker versions of my streams now, because that's all you'll be seeing for the time being. Like as I showed you at the beginning of the stream, I could do this. But the room that I'm sitting in is so small. It's like 1 meter by 1, and this is just not working for me because the lamp is so close to me, and I don't have any room for additional equipment that would make the light more bearable, so it's actually hurting my eyes, and I just cannot do this. So yeah, this is what we get instead. Still a word from Master Galvrond. I hope this mana cutter of theirs is nearing completion. I also need a little bit of feedback on the audio, like from the game and my own audio. Is anything being a little bit too loud or too quiet? Because I've had to reset everything to just reconnect everything back. Yeah, I think the lower dim is fine, and it's not making me go crazy. I used to stream with this lamp back when I did Hearthstone, and I remember like back in the day I used to stream like 6 hours a day. And this lamp was killing me. I remember it as the most unpleasant thing I've ever had in this apartment, and I just don't want to go through the same thing again. I'd rather have these these dimmed streams than that again. It was really bad. I'm assured that Her Grace will make a full recovery. I'm actually really happy that she's alive. I and Ul'dah too shall flourish once more. General Ruban and his colleagues have matters well in hand, I believe. Yeah, we need to return and actually talk to the dragon. Lady Ugiri, a question if I may. I believe your people have been keeping a close watch on the Crystal Braves. Might you know how things stand at the Rising Stones? Like, I can't believe they actually kept their name and everything, and he hasn't disbanded them already because of everything that's happened. Ah yes, of course, you'll be pleased to know that the 3rd Unit Braves abandoned Revenant's Toll when they learned of Captain Ilbert's defeat. The only blue uniforms to be seen now are those worn by soldiers loyal to you. Okay, so basically the whole event has cleared like the Crystal Braves from these people who betrayed him. So basically, without any of his personal effort being put into this, without any further effort, basically he got himself a loyal army again. But the question is he going to want to do it? Is he going to is he going to want to continue with the Crystal Braves? Is he now too afraid that someone else will just betray him again? It's a weird situation. I can come help with healing for the next fights if you want. If you want to, I think there is one dungeon or something like that. If you're up for healing, I would be happy to have you. I have no idea what I'm facing though, so as per usual, I'm gonna have to go in blind unless you guys, spill some beans about the, general do not wipe us tactics the tanks need to do. That I would gladly accept. Okay. To me, I see. I'm grateful to hear that at least some of our members were true to their oaths. Oh yeah, Izzy, if you want to, I'd be happy to have you guys. And yeah, if anyone else wants to join in as a DPS, that'd be great. That's actually a lot of fun. Thanks, guys. Ere we return to Ishgard, I must go to the Rising Stones and thank these stalwarts for their service. It shall be my final act as Crystal Brave Commander, but I don't think the dungeon's happening just yet. I think there's quite a few quests for me until I get to there. Oh, dancing time! Oh, how's Dancer going? So you're playing both Gunbreaker and a Dancer? Please join me, reader. You were there at the company's inception. It is only fitting that you be present at its end. And I would appreciate the support, of course. I have no idea what this quest is. Yeah, of course. Oh, Dancer's still at 60 though. Still higher than than my level, and I only play one job. It's like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like everyone else is playing more than me. But then I don't know, I watch videos that mention like how many hours, like average MMO players or whatever spend gaming, and it's like about like 1 hour to 2 hours a day. And I do think that I, on average, spend more than that playing when I can. But at the same time, it almost always feels like I'm getting nowhere. It's probably because I'm playing, but I'm not playing as efficiently as I would have wanted. I'm slow. How is the audio in this room? Does it sound like it has echo? Is there like some sort of annoying background noise? There's a little bit of hissing, I think, but that's the air conditioner being like 1 meter away from me. I'm not sure if you can even hear it, but I can work on some noise reduction for the next time if there is noise. I can't hear it now through the headphones, mostly because I'm listening to the music from the game as well, and it's just a lot to handle sound wise. And like actually brighter scenes in game help my face be brighter. Like this is what happens when I have the loading screen. Like it all just goes really dark. And I'm like, no, my camera sucks, and then we're back to playing, and I'm like, oh, we're still fine. See? We're still fine. Yeah, there's absolutely no rush, but like I feel like I've always been on the slower side when it comes to like leveling and everything. I never used to be one of these people who would go to like rush their, I don't know, even in WoW where leveling can be like rushed through. I could never understand how someone can level like in a new expansion like a whole like 10 levels for one night, and it's probably possible, but I could never give up. You know, just like reading the story slowly and carefully, and with even a little bit of roleplay. There's a bit more echo than previously, but overall seems fine. I can actually work on that because we're thinking about whether or not I'm going to be putting curtains into this room, and I think curtains, like if they're from a soft material, like if they would cover these windows, I think they would work wonderfully with the actually against echo, because the sound, they actually do a really good job at reflecting the sound. And there might be a little bit more echo also because the door is open. I'm gonna experiment with the doors being open and the doors being closed, so the setup being actually good. It may take a few days to actually just set up and everything, but I'll be working on it. I'm just happy to be here, and I'm so much more relaxed. I don't even know if people can see that, but like when I'm in this place, it's literally just a different me, and I'm so happy to be here. Commander, you're alive. Where's he's alive? And me too. I knew you'd scrape through. So basically, these are the Crystal Braves that are loyals to us. My splendid Crystal Braves, I have wronged you, all of you. My promises of glory and salvation have brought you naught but blood and betrayal. Like, I think everyone's gonna try to comfort him. But you'll not hear us complaining. 'Twas a sight messier than expected, aye, but we was still fighting for the freedom of old, just like we swore. Ain't that right, mates? They're all really nice. Like, I'm sure they're gonna try not to make him feel bad, but I'm just always in awe, like, with how much respect he's getting from these essentially adults in comparison to himself. Like, how does he keep earning that? I know he's smart and everything, but like sometimes it just feels like a little bit too much. You humble me, I'm truly blessed to have such steadfast comrades. It is with the most profound regret then that I must... That's enough of that, Commander. We know what you have in mind to say, and we ain't having none of it. So you wanted to quit? We talked it over, see, and we all agreed. You can take our uniforms and strip us of our ranks, but we won't be no less of a company. But the Crystal Braves may be finished, but the ideals upon which the company was founded live on. They bind us to each other and to you. Commander, Afinod, our minds are made up, so you may as well get used to it. Let us help the science, let us help you find Menphilia and the others. Oh, they gave me boost bumps. That is actually really nice. This 16-year-old with a PhD. Yeah, in a way. I don't know how many years like 16 years is. Like 16 years is, you know, teenage years in our age. But I don't know, like in like the Allison age, like is he actually closer to being an adult when he's 16, or is he just closer to being I don't know, looked at as if he was a child? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he is just yet, but we'll see. Like I'm excited to see how he changes and how he actually feels like his shoes that he kind of meant for himself to fill straight away, but he couldn't. I think that's kind of what's slowly happening to him, and nothing would happen if these people wouldn't give him like continuous support. And it's just weird how they Alston mature at the age of 21, if I'm not mistaken. I see. And they, like, each year is just like a year in human lives. It's pretty much the same thing. And my friends, after all that's happened, I know not what to say. Aww. Like, when he's sad or just really emotional, that just makes me want to cry. It's just so sad and so beautiful at the same time. Like, he has a really good way of getting emotional on camera, I guess. Pray excuse me, I had thought my tears spent. Aww. My grandfather used to say that one can measure a man by the constancy of his comrades. Mayhap I am the exception which proves the rule. Nay, do not protest. I know that I am not worthy of their loyalty, but as Thaliak is my witness, I shall do everything in my power to earn it. I don't know, he's a good guy. Like, so our air condition is not the best at cooling down like all the rooms at the same time. It's okay, and for the size of our apartment, we would actually expect that like it works a lot better. Because it's not a huge apartment, but like when my door is open, then my son is literally getting no chill in his room. And now I'm gonna close my door so his room can get cooler. And if you notice the difference in the sound, as in now the door is almost fully closed, if there's like more echo or less echo or something like that, just let me know, so I can at least know what to tweak for the next time. Afanode has matters to attend at the Rising Stones. I must speak of future plans with the remaining Braves. Any information we uncover on the missing Siles will need to be shared with our allies across the realm, specifically Urianger in the Walking Sands and Tataru in Ishgard. While we're organizing our various channels of communication, I would ask you that you call upon Master Galron at the manufactory. I will join you in Ishgard as soon as I'm able. Okay. That works. More echo. I wonder how to solve that. I think... Okay, we're gonna experiment today just a little bit, because I have my window not open, but like, what's it called in English when you like open your door, open your window just like a little bit, like when you put it into the mode where you just like open it by like, I don't know, 10 or 20 degrees or something like that. I don't know, I'm terrible with angles. What I want to try to do is open it a lot more, so maybe the room won't feel as echoey. Cracked, yeah. The I was wondering like what the term was for like the, you know, window being this way. I'm gonna try to have it fully open, and we'll see how that sounds. I can't close it. Okay, so now it's open, and maybe, just maybe, this is going to make any, like, sort of sound difference. The window actually won't remain open. No, it's fine, actually. Okay, it's It's fine. So if you're noticing the difference in the sound right now, just let me know, because this should make a difference if there was an echo. And Dizzy, hi and welcome. Hope you're having a good evening. Let's try to go here. Sorry about a lot of testing today, but the more I test, I think the better the chances are that I'm gonna be able to figure this out very soon, and just have a properly well sounding stream overall. I think it got better. Yeah, I'm probably, well, not probably, but I'm for sure going to listen to this audio after I finish the stream. Today was not as much of a, I'm gonna get far in the MSQ stream as much as it was a test of, like, let's see if my internet's gonna break, let's see if there's gonna be an echo, let's see if I can even stream with this lightning at all. But thankfully most of these things are turning out to be okay. I'm just trying to, find the perfect formula. So I really appreciate you guys just helping me out with this, because like it's just so hard to move and to just continue doing what you're doing. Like tomorrow I need to record an audio for one of the videos I'm working on. And if I record it and I don't spot the echo and I do everything around that audio, and if I upload it and hear that there's an echo after I publish it on YouTube, I'm gonna pull all my hair out probably. so this is actually really helpful, because this is letting me know that this is the way I should record it. And I can only record here at night, because here's the thing, right underneath our building there's a kindergarten, and that makes it impossible for me to record anything during the day, and that's when I usually used to record my audio. And that's not going to be able to be happening anymore, because the city is just really loud during the day and everything just comes through the mic. It's unbelievable. So I'm gonna have to adjust my schedule according to that. Yeah, of course, Izzy, thank you for wanting to join, and sorry for just taking a bunch of time to get through a few simple quests. V, how in the 7 hells do you do it? I was just about to send for you. We have at this moment completed manufacturer's first successful test flight. Also, what's really good about the 18th floor is that there's no mosquitoes. There's no flies. Like, there are none of these annoying insects. Like, the only real thing that I saw in this building at this high of a level is naturally the cockroaches, because why not? But like these insects that live like near the ground, like they just don't exist here anymore. It's like a completely different fauna here. While we see to the finishing touches, you might want to pay a visit to Fortamp Manor. A dragoon by name of Einstein was looking for you. Sure. It's weird that we arrived here and they were like, oh no, you're actually not supposed to be here at all. But that's fine. It actually kind of makes it more realistic, because sometimes you will come over and start talking to someone and they're like, oh yeah, I can't talk to you right now, or you know, I heard from this person, you need to do this first. It kind of feels goose chasey. This is not where I want it to go, is it? But overall it's okay. Yep, this is not where I was supposed to be at. Come on. Where am I supposed to be? Where's my quest? The pillars. Okay, the last vigil. I need to learn Ishgard. I have not been working on learning Ishgard. At all. Feels bad, man. Okay. Let's see where I'm at quest-wise. I think it's the Brave Resolution quest. I think there's ready to fly already. So basically my next quest is the dungeon quest. But as I said, I am taking ages to get to it. The story is getting really interesting. It still confuses me. I get lost frequently. I know that all it takes for me is to just sit down and just learn the port names, and I will be doing a lot better. But most of the time, I'm just like, okay, I need to go there. Let's check out the nearest, Ethernet or whatever, without actually trying to memorize them, and that just sucks a little bit. Also, pepperoni and soup, welcome. Send the alphabet when I get the encyclopedia books. Wait, what do I need the alphabet for? You have fulfilled your obligations to the old dons then. Mr. Star has been keeping me apprised of the situation. Once I learned that these mana cutters of Master Galrond were nearing completion, I saw no reason to tarry in the mists. For the present, Nildog seems content to remain in the area, plotting his revenge. Might not be an apt moment to unfold our plans to Sir Aimrit. I think we have kept him in the dark long enough. We're gonna see him! We are going to see him. Hopefully. Okay, they better be adding the voice. They better be adding the voice lines, because his voice lines are the absolute best. Samurai OP. Samurai seems very strong. I saw a little bit of what Philip was playing on it, and I was like, I didn't really get deep into it, and I guess I would have understood more if I did, but everything just seemed way too complicated. How do you get this, like, transparent green minion thingy? It's so adorable. That keeps reminding me of my own companion that I keep covering with my big head. Okay, we need to go to the Forgotten Knight. Has there survived? Do you see any shift in storytelling when compared to Realm Reborn? Well, everything is, like, for my kind of, so far from my perspective, I guess not everything is over because I haven't gone through the patches or through the final story or anything like that, but everything is happening much faster in a way that every quest section or quest itself has kind of a real purpose to it. There are not that many quests that I would normally call quest fillers like there were in A Realm Reborn, because some quests, even though they would introduce you to a faction or some a tavern or people there or whatever, like it just had no real impact on the story, which is different than Heavensward in a way that everything actually feels like it has the also the green boys is summoned with bad idea. Oh, I see. I just fought an Imperial dude guy. He was clearly a samurai and he rocked my what is that? Was that an NPC? Was it supposed to do that, or? At first I thought Summoner was like a warlock, but it probably is not. Sir Emmerich has been eager to speak to you. Pray proceed. Oh, he's eager to speak to us. I've been eager to speak to him as well. And we're probably just gonna get in a lot of trouble for just pretty much keeping things from him. He keeps having this girl around him. She's starting to annoy me.
All stands ready, Lord Commander. The moment has come then.
Thankfully, they haven't changed the voice actor, or at least I don't think they did.
Pray excuse my lateness. I paid a brief visit to the workshop to inquire about the mana cutters. The engineers assure me that they're ready.
The area is now but a short flight away. Yet what a long and winding path we took to reach this point.
Yeah, and I feel like we did keep him in a dark a lot, which seems a little bit ungrateful since he did invite us into his home. But he so far has been kind of okay with it. Let's see, the attribute to being an expansion, base games need to fill 50 levels and the expansion is only 10. I guess so. I guess it has to be different. Like, the base game always has to give you more content that you can kind of come back to, and I guess some expansions will revisit old content and just make it a little bit fresh, unless you're playing World of Warcraft, where everything just gets tossed in the bin, unfortunately. And I really hope they change that. But in Final Fantasy, I see that they're actually reviving the features. For example, I saw that, well, this is pretty much what I know because I do care about Gold Saucer. but I saw that, like, in Endwalker, there's gonna be, like, new Gold Saucer features. And that's actually pretty sweet because it means that they are taking something that was in the base game as well, and they put it, like, I'm not sure, is it in the base game? Like, you need level 15 to unlock it, so I guess it is base game. And they constantly put features into it, so the content refreshment is actually just a key to it staying relevant, which just feels good in this game. Summoner is basically like a warlock, sort of, just because of the pets, or is there more similarities? They're supporting 1.2 when making a realm reward. Yeah, and people battling like the two games at like two fronts, pretty much, is insane. Like, I, for the life of me, cannot figure out how they did it. Threads of Fate was it was okay because it actually made you go do these side quests, but like, I think the time walking thing is like the biggest failure probably in World of Warcraft, because like, time walking exists as an event to just further gate you from something. Like, once in like 2 months or 3 months or something like that, you get, for example, like Mists of Pandaria time walking or something like that, and the rest of time walkings are, you know, different expansions and stuff. So if you're hunting for something from time walking of Mists of Pandaria, you're gonna have to wait for months and months and months. And I just don't see them being willing to relinquish that model of gatekeeping, so you have to be subscribed for months. It's just weird. I did put like quite a bit of features in the Gold Saucer because of COVID. Well, I guess COVID like made some impact on the industry, where they like either had to just make some features a lot better than they originally were meant to be, and some stuff was just completely cut because of the lack of, you know, resources to do it. But it's just really nice. I'm liking threads was it allows me to skip MSQ. Yeah, that would have been actually boring to do again, and it was a nice thing, but I feel like it backfired yet again because they had some of their own ideas on how to do it. Imagine having time walking for old content by default. Imagine just being able to queue for an old school dungeon and still get a relevant reward from it. Either a transmog or a mount or something like that. And imagine not having to one-shot the minion, like, all the time. Imagine actually fighting it and feeling like you earned the reward. Yeah, I wish there was a game like that. I honestly wish. Here is now but a sure flight away. Well, okay.
Were it not for Master Alphino's proposal, we never would have attempted to parley with the dragons. Though our negotiations yielded little, our expedition with Lady Isard taught us much.
It's funny how he seems very immature when he talks to her, and then he comes over here and acts all smart. What a douchebag.
You took an unimaginable risk. I could scarce believe the tale Estinian told.
How wonderfully he speaks.
Aye. 'Tis true that many of our countrymen would sooner die than join hands with the heretic's mistress. But 'twas through that most unlikely of alliances that we came to speak with Hraesvelgr.
A conversation that went rather poorly, as I recall.
It did.
In this instance, the journey was more important than the destination. Had we not slain Nidhogg's consort, Tiaman, and put the Great Worm on his guard, the Dravanians would have arrived at Ishgard's walls long ago.
Aye, that they would. Full grateful am I for every hour of respite your actions have afforded us. Thanks to you, our defenses are much improved. 'Tis but a pity they won't be enough.
It's like he has this tone of
Thus you
voice
believe an assault
that
upon the
comes
area
almost to a
represents the city's
whisper.
best
It's
chance
so
of
wonderful.
survival. Is that not so, Estinian?
Like, I just love this voice actor. Like
I
he
am under
made
no
he makes
illusions.
me like the
Nidhogg's
whole
might is
character.
legendary, but with his eye in my possession, I can stifle his strength at the source.
I
Victory will
want
be
him
hard
to
won,
stop
even so,
pulling that thing out.
And I shall be glad indeed to have the warrior of light at my side.
I don't want to see that eye yet again, just being there and changing color and just doing disgusting things.
You shall have my blade as well. There are more of these mana cutters to be had, yes?
Oh, he's gonna follow us.
Lord Commander, no.
And this is his wannabe girlfriend wanting to protect the commander at all costs. Shut up.
How can I, a proud knight of Ishgard, stand by and do naught while an outsider risks life and limb for our homeland? I swore an oath to protect this city.
I don't like
Pray
her.
leave the slaying
She
of
meddles too
dragons
much.
To dragoons, Sir Knight. Your duty to command the city's defense is no less vital.
She should be happy that he's going with us, because if he dies, she's in command.
Should we fail, and Nidhogg slip through our grasp, who then will hold the walls against him? Will you leave Ishgard in the hands of the Holy Sea's zealots?
There are others.
Who but you has the authority and the standing to orchestrate a city-wide defense? I do not, and neither does the Warrior of Light. That is why it is our place to fight, and yours to remain here, Lord Commander. What? You too, Master Alphino? By the Fury. You have shown some promise, but this adversary is far beyond your skills.
I think everyone's going. Like, what is her reason to meddle, except for the fact that she
Your
doesn't
candor is
want him
appreciated,
to
Sir
go with
Julian.
us?
I shall remain then and cheer you from afar.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna take the,
Well,
the
my
safe
friend,
option.
It would seem I have discouraged the last of the volunteers, and claimed the task as ours alone. But if any alive can best this worm, 'tis surely we too.
I just don't like her. She gets in our face too much. And my headpiece is dreadful. I should be better dressed when going to talk to Sir Aymeric. You'll never get Kilthas mount in that case. Yeah, because I never raided Kilthas, and I would never even know how to begin doing that. But it would be fun to try. That is just forever locked away for me. Unless I pay and play their other game. Like the Burning Crusade, where I can attempt to do it and still not have the same experience, because that is just apparently long gone. Need to glad it. I do. My headpiece is truly dreadful. There's something different in the way the English language is spoken in Final Fantasy XIV dialogue, not accent. I wonder if they specifically picked non-native English speakers, maybe. I don't know, because I'm not a native, and it's very hard for me to tell when someone else is native or not. Like, some non-natives are clearly like non-natives, but most of the time it's just very, very difficult. DI customization in this game, but actually being able to move action bars is great. Yeah, and it completely diminishes the need, at least for me, for weak auras. Like, some of the weak auras are good when there's like this like casting bar or whatever that shows you like how long the dot is applied, so you need to kind of learn how to pay attention to these things. But I love moving my hotbars. Spent 3 days on my UI and it's still not done to my liking. Do you know what? I actually have a really, really cool article for you guys. It's not an article. It's actually a Reddit topic. I don't know why I said article. And you've probably seen it if you hang out on the Final Fantasy XIV Reddit. But this is a really, really cool topic that I've been trying to read through. And it's like, it talks about a lot of like quality of life improvements suggested by a lot of you know, veterans and just people who know a lot about Final Fantasy XIV in general, and it has plenty of useful stuff. It's just like some things may not be, you know, perfectly worded, but I think a lot of it is understandable and it might help someone out. At least you can wear all the headpieces of the game. Exactly! Yet another reason to just remain here forever, right? I picked Master Alphinaud's pride, I fear, but had I been less forceful, the boy would have insisted on accompanying us through the area. Like, he is good in battle. Like, why don't we want him? He is a kid, but like, why is this the only one circumstance where we don't appreciate his attributes? I do not think me blind to his talent. With a few more campaigns under his belt, I have no doubt that Alphinaud will make a fine field commander. But one does not practice on an adversary such as Nildog, which will be hard-pressed enough without the added worry of carrying a novice. Ha ha! I'm speaking to a novice. Interesting. Okay, Einstein and Ziegler to set forth the Aerie. We get a mount for this! Oh, I knew that was gonna be a well, I didn't know, but I assumed because like Sid and the others were working on it, and yeah, let's go get me a mount. We have tarried long enough. Let us call upon Master Galron and take possession of the mana cutters. Let us do so. Oh, now I'm even more excited. Oh, this is gonna be so cool. Why can I not port by clicking onto the little Ethernet? That would be so good. Like that's the one thing I think that I've been missing, and this is very spoiled. Very, very spoiled. I'm aware of that because you can pretty much do anything else. So the fact that this awards a mount, does this mean that things are going to get increasingly harder now? Because there's like a good reward? Is that why you guys are offered to heal me and and do DPS? Okay, how hard is it and what do I need to know? I don't want to look up guides because they're gonna give me spoilers, and if there's one thing I don't want in an MSQ, it's spoilers. So I need to soak your guys' knowledge because I'm inevitably going to fail at something. Ooh, I'm looking forward to that. Alright, Sid, let's go. The old friend, the cutters are ready when you are. The finer adjustments cost us a few sleepless nights, but we got there in the end. Which means you can get where you need to go. I tell you, these little beauties will tear through that wind barrier like a cerament drill through cottage cheese. Ah, now I crave cottage cheese. Why did you do that, Sid? And that, my friends, is a Garland Ironworks guarantee. No, I haven't tried cottage cheese at all until I moved to the States. And there was cottage cheese in our stores before that. It's just that it never caught my attention. Like, I never actually bought it and decided to try it. It was just this unfamiliar thing to me. And I wasn't even aware of its existence. And then I went to the States and everybody's suddenly eating cottage cheese. And I'm like, let's try this. And since that moment on, I think, I don't know, I think that's been one of my most favorite cheeses, like of all time. Just slowly ramp up mechanics in Heavensward, but it's a good learning pace. And I think that's really important. Like, I have no idea how people who boost characters do that. Like, how do they learn these things that help them raid later on? It's just beyond me why people would do such a thing. It's an atrocity towards the story. Like, it's an actual legitimate atrocity. I don't even care. You have our things. Come where your light dreadworm awaits. Like, you're doing yourself such a massive disservice for boosting your first MSQ, like your first character in Final Fantasy XIV without going through the MSQ. It's such a huge disservice. It's crazy. Alright, let's do this. Okay, Izzy, I'm ready. Do I need to actually send you a message in game as well, or okay, let's see this. How do I... Okay, I guess I can do it like this. And how do I find my friends list? Okay, is there anyone else who would who'd like to go? Have I invited you? Okay, there we go. And I guess is that all? Does anyone else want to go with us, or should I queue us? Oh, I just need to stretch my back for a second. Oh, also, I have a question about the stream potentially lagging, because I turned on the setting in YouTube for the ultra low latency. So I should feel more responsive than before, and I wanted to see if I could do it with this internet connection. So so I just need a little bit of feedback. Join if I'm in light, but I'm on chaos. Aw, feels bad, man. Yeah, I'll just I think I'll just queue us for this thing. The airy. Okay, here we go. Oh, we're ready. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Okay, no one said anything to me about the tactics and stuff. I guess I don't know. You guys will still have the chance to do it when we're when we're approaching the bosses, because I guess that's what matters. And if I fail you too much, I apologize. Wow, I look purple when the airy is like per se, but there's a bit of delay for me at least. I would think there should be less of a delay than what it used to be, but I'm going to check the comparisons between the low latency that I used to have and the ultra low latency. But there's also me sometimes not reading the message in the chat straight away if I'm doing something else. So I will actually, we can actually test it at some point, but I'm actually just super reading the chat. But at least it's not causing any problems with, like, I don't know, buffering or anything like that. He's like waving his eye right in front of him. That is so rude. Not even that important for tanks. Okay. He's actually badass. Wicked mortals that shall melt your flesh and turn your bones into ash. Jesus. He is pretty cool, isn't it? And that mount looks like that looks like one of those BlizzCon mounts. I think it was a BlizzCon mount or something like that you got in WoW, like the ship or the boat or whatever. Like, it feels so gratifying that I can get something that looks like a store mount in this game, and it's essentially for free. Okay, let's say hi. And thanks again for helping out. It means a lot. And we got the queues super quickly. I'm just nervous because I'm going with my friends and I don't want to fail them. And I don't want to embarrass myself in front of my friends. There's also that. But I think we should be okay. It's kind of a beautiful dungeon. Like, in WoW terms, it reminds me a little bit of the Nether Storm. Like, I know it's a different story and everything pretty much, but it does remind me a little bit of it. Is this the way? I hope so. It's actually legitimately one of the most beautiful dungeons I've seen so far. Like at least the aesthetic design just looks amazing. Do you guys agree? At least like in comparison to the like all the stuff you like we've seen before this. It's just, it feels like aesthetics wise it feels a bit special, and maybe it's just me really liking purple. But I really like that we're doing this together. It's nice to actually be able to make sort of a pre-made group and just have fun together in game. Like that's the feeling that I, for all the years of, you know, playing WoW and streaming WoW, haven't really been feeling. Like I never had a legit, well, I did have like a guild and everything, but I didn't have an actual, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have pulled this quickly. I forgot that this would be a boss. Is this a shield of some sort? Am I supposed to be standing in it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure where I was supposed to even move. Was I supposed to move anywhere? I don't know. Well, if we wipe, I'll learn. If we don't wipe, I'll just assume it was easy. I feel like I'm not moving quickly enough. Definitely need to work on it. You're rocking the goggles, you'll be fine. A lot of people think the vault is your favorite dungeon in Heavensward. I don't think I arrived to it just yet. I think that's one of the next dungeons that I will be going to. And you're not the first person who's told me about this. So I'm getting excited about it. Like everything you guys overhype, I get excited about. It's crazy. Is this something I need to... Nope. No. Oh. Never mind. Oh, I forgot about the loot. That we even did the boss. Was that the boss? Oh, there was 4 loot thingies. Is the Alexander raid considered difficult? Because I see that quite a few people like see it as their personal achievement, like when they beat it. So I'm wondering if that has any reasons for it. Sorry if I'm a little bit slow. I never know like how much I can actually pull, and I see that you guys are doing a lot better than me. But I'll get there, no worries. Just trying to stay out of everyone's way. Saving my friends. Is this the way? This is the way. I like how people legitimately pick their dungeons to be their favorites because of the music. It feels like such an important part of Final Fantasy, and it's just so crazy how talented these people are, right? Like, I've never played a game with better like music soundtrack. Legitimately never ever. What's the fall of man? I guess nothing? It's a fine dungeon. I'm actually liking the bosses, but so far they haven't really had anything special to them, except for the like avoiding things. Like, any kind of challenge first instills fear into me, but later on I'm actually quite grateful that I learned it, because usually it's fun. Oh, I actually got hit. Never mind. Apparently this is a challenge. Do these guys... what's the mustard gas? Is that something I should have addressed in any way? Or should I just like tank as far away from that as I can? Oh, there we go. Three sprouts in the angry cupcake. I guess that's the site that Angry Cupcake is actually used to. So many of us. Oh, gas is a mechanic you get to skip by being overgeared. What does the gas do though? If I see it later on, I will not know. Like, there was probably something about it. Maybe I need to like get my group away from it or something like that. Is there a bridge? Ah, there we go. Okay. Oh, okay. I guess we could have pulled more. I didn't know there was a mob ahead. So much to learn. I'm so excited for the mount. Didn't know I'd be getting a mount today. Today I moved to a different city, and I'll be getting a mount thanks to you guys. Oh, I mean, I would have tried anyway, but this way is just a lot more fun. And it was a lot faster, like we got an insta-queue. We only needed like one person. Are you referring to the extreme mounts? Because as easy as that sounds through the like farming groups, I'm still at that naive stage, I think, of like wanting to do it the hard way, and I got a little bit discouraged lately because I was trying to kill the Titan, the primal guy, and even though I actually learned the whole fight tank-wise, I was in a couple of groups on a couple of different occasions who were just not able to kill Titan, and I was a little bit sad about it. I thought I was failing them on a personal level, but I learned eventually not to fall off the cliff and do all these stupid things that I did when I first walked into it. But I don't know, like, would I be able to still get it the hard way? And I don't know, and actually do it at some like decent time span? Probably not. That's probably why you have farming groups. Or maybe you meant it's 10 vibes on the Titan? Usually. Yeah, he is. Like, I kept falling off the thing because of the landslide mechanic, because it was happening a bit too fast. Like, when you have like 2 or 3 of them just lined up at the same time, you just like I was facing the situation where I was finding it really hard to just move. Is there anything I need to... Big man time? Anything I need to know? I don't know. I'm gonna pull this guy, so yeah, bear with me. Yeah, my groups had echo. Like, no one turned off the echo or anything like that, but we still weren't able to beat him, even with like 25% buffs. Because people were not getting the mechanics, and I was like, more often than not, I was unsure of my own performance as well. Like, it wasn't easy for me to learn, and I think the first group that I was in, they suffered the most from my newbiness, because that's the group where I took the time to fall off of all the cliffs and learn when to use the defensives and when I need to pick up the elementals and what to do. And the furthest I got it was to like, I don't know, 10%, and after that I never came to it again. That it stresses healers more than tanks. Yeah, I think it was something that they were telling me about these, we need to move away? There was something about the debuffs that, like, me and the other tanks needed to, like, watch out for. and like taunt swap for it or something like that. And in some groups we were able to do it, but some were just like, some tanks would just not take over the aggro. Like maybe because, I don't know, some because they would forget to turn on the stance, and some would just not aggro him enough. Or like if I died, they would not take over the aggro, and the boss would just end up killing the whole group. Like these things were a bit uncomfortable. Oh, the music's actually so fun. So good. It took a loser jump off on fire. Yeah, probably landed you off the cliff so many times. Like I couldn't believe how reactive I had to be. I had to be for you know, the whole landslide thing. It was like one of the fastest mechanics I've ever encountered on an extreme fight. And I don't know, like I should be doing these things on stream because I want you guys to you know, to see it. But at the same time, these are like the unlocks that I do apart from the MSQs that already take enough of my time. And if I was to also stream them, like I think I would just never do the MSQs. Alright, we did it. We did it. They're beta Titan. Like it seems like Titan is just giving everyone trouble. But it's fun. It's actually one of the most fun fights that I've ever had on Extreme. It was just really challenging, and I still haven't beaten it. If you guys want, we can one day get some courage. Okay. Oh, everyone left. I'll give the other person the commendation. It appears that you guys don't need it. Never you mind. Wait, why can I not give it to them? It's weird that they are still here. I thought they left. Like, why can I not give a commendation to any other people? Because they're in my group? So you can't like group up and give people commendations? How does that work? Like telling you love Susan and Stormblood. I like it, I just haven't beaten it, so I'm not sure, that's actually pretty. That's actually really cool. Like I don't know these, I've never even tried a dancer. I think this is actually pretty cool. Okay, do more. It's like the full-on folklore or whatever this is kind of thing that she's wearing. Like, what's the lore behind dancers doing damage anyway? How does that work? I'm loving the dance. A lot of people do a static to learn extremes. What's a static? You know, if you want extras done at least once so that you don't farm them. Yeah, I'd love to. We can talk more about it. I've been wanting to ask you guys to like do stuff for ages now, but I had this moving thing going on, and I need like a day or two to just finish all of these things. But after that, I've actually been working on clearing my schedule a lot, so I could do these off-stream things as well as the MSQ, because I feel like I'm falling behind a little bit on like all the raids and stuff that I've been wanting to try. Static is a group usually raid together. Oh, I see. Yeah, well, I guess if you go with someone, at least someone who's more experienced, then you actually have a better shot at beating it. I'm actually loving Angry's transmog. The mask is like, all of it is okay, but the mask is just killing it. The mask is like taking all the cake and the candles and everything, the mask is just so well fitting with this thing. It's just so good. What is that? What is that mask? Actually really beautiful. Are these spells? Like is this the actual like spell from a dancer? A supplement caught up on renown, or it's on hold. Oh wait, what? I have no idea what's happening with renown. I haven't played WoW in ages, and I just don't know what's happening. I would assume that there's a campaign going on every week. I don't know if like the fact that WoW is on hold, like they said on Twitter and whatnot, that means they're no longer updating the renown. I'm pretty sure the expansion is rolling like on its way. I think because I read Reddit instead of news, and I think if people were to like be not getting like new renown quests and stuff like week by week, I think I would have found it. I would have found it there. Surprised the woman can wear that mask. What is that mask? Oh, it does not need to be in the same guild or in the same server, I see. So it's basically just a group of friends. Is this from raiding or anything like that? Or is it like a... Or is it something else? Something easier to get? The mask is so cool. It fits so well with the bunny ears because it looks like a really strange animal that has a badass face, yet these gentle, you know, ears and are there horns? There are horns. Like, what would this animal even be? I don't know, but it's just badass. Let's do an extreme. I can be your bad off tank. I'm usually the bad off tank. Horny buddy. That actually legitimately is a horny buddy. Oh, dungeon drop from level 70. So it's not that bad, but like it just fits with your character so well. Like maybe it's not as special as you made it look, but you made it look too good. Okay, I need to, if we're gonna do it, I want to finish my quests first. And if you guys want, if you want to wait for me to finish the quest, we can try and do well, we can't do an extreme run because we don't have other healers and stuff who would legitimately be doing this with us that we know. Like we could just end up in a random group and just wipe for a lot of time. Do we even have anyone to do the extreme with? Okay, I'm gonna exit this and do the cutscene. So relics, they're different for each expansion, so I'm guessing you're talking about the newest relic. For Hazard the Horner made of flames, where how does that even work? Do you, like when you turn into a caster, can you still are these like a part of the item? Can you still like equip the horns? How does that even work? I don't know. Okay, we finally get to talk to Nildog. It's ugly, but I do want it. Yeah, I think it would be better if we could like find people who would legitimately like want to go with us. Though thou wouldst use mine honour against me, time hath not to blah. Time hath done naught to delude thy king's depravity. My ears are all sweaty, it's disgusting. I have not forgotten thee, dragoon. Mine essence claimed thee once, and I should do so again. Oh.
This ends here.
We need to... No, we need to talk to him. You don't get to kill him, do you? Like, you can't just go ahead and kill him. That's not a kill blow, is it? No, that's just a mosquito bite. That has to be a mosquito bite. I feel like I'm a little bit tired today because I got up at 6 after again 3 hours of sleep. Like, I need to be getting some sleep, some more sleep than I'm getting right now. And maybe we could talk about it so we can do it like in the next few days when we actually have a group of people who want to do it. Because I'm pretty sure that if people want to progress, they don't want to be going with someone who's learning how to tank. I mean, in theory, like, I could be spamming it, and at some point I could do it, but I'd like to do it with you guys if that's something that you want. It would be more fun. Wait, he actually did it? Why is his gear red now? Is that blood? He actually killed him?
My people 1,000 years of suffering.
He actually did it.
I gift you an eternity in darkness.
Like, is that really what we were supposed to do? I'm not liking this. I'm not overly excited about this because we never even got to talk to him. Like, this whole time we wanted to meet the dragon and see if we can stop the war, but he's probably not the only threat in the world. And how is this... Like, these crystals are so confusing to me. Like, we have them and then we don't have them and now we start having them again and Heidelin is just not here. Like, what is going on? Oh, that was bright. That was worse than my lamplight. I mean, it feels stupid because he's probably not the only dragon and the only thing that's gonna happen is like other dragons coming after us now. What the fuck? Like, I don't think... I think it was a little bit reckless, right? He has one job and that's it. Yeah, but, like, he does have an army. Like, he wouldn't go after Ishgard himself. He has an army of people who could avenge them. Okay, so this guy has 2 eyeballs. Who is this? This is like the past, right? This is the Alzin carrying... disgusting things.
They are ours, Lord Eldrath. The eyes of Nidhogg.
2 eyes? Wait, did he not have 2 eyes? Like, just now in the cinematic? I thought so. Yeah, I'm watching. I'm just asking rhetorical questions I don't even want an answer to, but I'm full of questions.
With the wellspring of his vitality thus denied him, Nidhogg shall not linger long in this world. But behold the terrible price we have paid. My sire is dead. So many brother knights slain.
These blankets look awfully weird. I didn't even recognize them as blankets. I just saw feet.
For the strength which now courses in our veins, and still we are forced to make such sacrifice.
I don't see some colors, like differences between colors and textures, and sometimes things just look flat to me.
But not in vain, my lord. Hraesvelgr is the only great worm left in Dravania, and he dares not leave his lair. With Nidhogg's eyes in your possession, who now can challenge the might of Ishgard, ascend the throne, and take your rightful place as the ruler of our people?
And my division ascend the throne and make the... So he was to be a ruler?
Nay, my friend. I must forsake the mantle of king. Though Nidhogg be defeated, his wormling horde yet darkens the skies with wings beyond counting.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's always more of them. I don't see how this was okay.
To Tosca's strength, it shall be my penance to bear a knight's arms until death grants me leave to retire. When that day comes, no prince shall perish, but a hell's-bound hunter of dragons.
Someone who partook of Ratatoskir's strength. This is the girl dragon that got killed, right? And he took, like, a part of that strength, so he killed her. Okay, I'm kind of understanding
but Lord
it.
Haldreth, what then shall become of the royal line?
Think of your people, my lord. Without a king, who will the common man turn to in his hour of need? How will he find his way without your benevolent hand to guide him?
So for Tom is the ruling family in Ishgard. So did he turn the crown? Like, did he turn in the crown to them?
I thank you, Sir Flavian and Sir Silvertrill, for dispelling my remaining doubts. With men of such wisdom and compassion in service to the realm, it is plain that Ishgard has no need of a king.
Okay.
But if you must bow to the demands of tradition, you need look no further than yourselves for one worthy to wear the crown.
Oh, so I thought they were... Oh no, they were one of the houses. They were just like the main people we did the quests with. That's true. They're not a ruling family. They're just like one of the elites. So basically all of them... Yeah, like there's like 4 or 5 houses or something like that, right?
My loyal friend.
Yeah, the city is ruled by the church, that's true.
On these shoulders shall I bear the weight of my father's sins. With this lance shall I repay the debt accrued through our misdeeds.
So he's off to... I shall repay the debt accrued to our misdeeds. So he's off to kill more dragons? Is that not a misdeed itself? Or the rule to the church? So is the church ruling, or is it not?
What cruel jest has fate played upon us? Have we seized this desperate victory only to lose a king?
Oh yeah, they were talking about like the Demael houses and like a little bit of rivalry and stuff between them. I'm starting to understand this.
We few who remain must divide between us the rulership of Ishgard and her people.
And this is now the father of these 2 kids who we did the quests for.
Not I. My oath was to Lord Haldreth and he alone. If he is not to be king, then I would hang up my shield as well.
Will you abandon us too, sir?
I would wash my hands of blood and betrayal and take up an honest trade. Mayhap I shall serve ale instead of sharpened steel.
That's also not a bad thing to do. And just be an innkeeper. So there should be like 4 of them left. Or 5? 4, right? 4. 4 houses, right? 4 families or something like that.
We 4 then.
Yeah.
Forton, Hylanat, Durender, and Zemail. But 4 houses to rule all of Ishgard.
They're also divided by territories, right?
We keep it empty. Until the day a king rises once more, we must assume the role of stewards.
I see.
We shall shape our nation anew with a history of our own making, and let the truth of this dark day die here, upon the battlefield.
So I wonder if like the church is actually on its way to just like become the king, even though it's not the king, but... Or has it already become that influential? it seems to have a great influence, and even like all the items that you get in dungeons and stuff, they're called like orthodox this, orthodox that. It seems like there's a lot of
What ails you,
a lot
friend?
of it.
Are you wounded?
I
Have been
don't
witness
think.
to history, to the culmination of the first battle with Nidhogg.
But they claim to have his
The
eyes.
legend
Like,
of
how does he
Ishgard's
have more
founding
eyes?
tells that our ancestors were led to the land of Kurthus by the valiant King Thordan. In the midst of their journey, they came to a wide chasm, where they were set upon by a great worm, Nidhogg. A furious battle then ensued, with Thordan leading the van. Though the brave king was slain defending his people, his son, Haldrath, the first Azure Dragoon, fought on undaunted. And
What
with
in
a
the
mighty
world?
thrust of his lance, he gouged out Nidhogg's eye, forcing the wicked creature into retreat.
Like, I don't understand how.
Thus,
Does he
did
regrow
this
his
eldritch
eyes?
orb become a sacred treasure of Ishgard, lending its power to every knight deemed worthy to bear the title of Azure Dragoon.
Because he just seemed to pluck his eye
A
out
rousing tale,
again.
is it not? Would that I could still believe it. But your vision, which we must accept as immutable truth,
So
leaves
one of
no
it
room
is a
for
lie.
doubt, save on one point. If Haldrath took both of Nidhogg's eyes, then how came this eye to be lodged in the worm's skull?
And like, he should then have both eyes.
Beneath every answer we unearth, another question lies buried.
So he killed another dragon and pretended that that was Nildog, maybe? Maybe. Like, what's the proof that the eyes actually belong to that particular dragon? If a dragoon appears carrying eyes, it doesn't at all mean that they killed the right dragon. It's plot thickens, it really does.
'Twas a fierce battle, but one I knew we would win. Your fame is well deserved, warrior of light. Full proud am I to have fought at your side.
What in the world?
I would fain return with all swiftness to Ishgard to inform the Lord Commander of our triumph.
So he probably lied. He probably like killed a lesser dragon because he was incompetent, and then he pretended that it was Nildog.
But we must first have words with Hraesvelgr. There are parts of this tale that the worm has kept from us, and I would know wherefore.
Like, there's a lot of mystery, but from my experience with like the Final Fantasy so far, the mysteries get explained in a satisfying way, which is one of the differences between like the Final Fantasy XIV and WoW so far that I've noticed, because almost none of them were explained. And a lot of eyes of Nildog later. Maybe he's just like regrowing his eyes. Though Nildog is fallen, my heart is yet heavy, and the stain of corruption pleases me not. When all has been put to rest, I must needs forge my armor anew. Oh, cool. Alright, let's look at the mount. I do love these mount giving quests. Where is it? Ooh! That's pretty cool. Okay. Is this awesome or what? This is actually badass. And it does kind of look like an alliance mount in a way, which I don't know. Makes me still feel good for some odd reason. The sails extend when you fly? Oh, I can't wait to try it out. Yesterday I played a single quest which lasted for 3 hours in Final Fantasy VII. This is one long ass game. Do you think that in order to understand like the full scope of Final Fantasy that like you should play all games? Are they connected, or at least some of them connected, or does it have nothing to do with them? You can fly here now. No, I haven't done all of them. Actually, I haven't done the quests at all. I still have like 2 discoveries and like a bunch of these quests. Oh, they're not connected at all, so there's no point in going to like do these other quests and having similar monsters. No, I meant like lore-wise. Like, would I understand anything better if I was to play any of the other like Final Fantasy games? Probably not. Every game has chocobos. It's actually pretty epic. They're so everywhere. Characters that are in all games like Sid, but overall no. Oh, Sid is like important, like super important. Well, super important enough for him to be in all the games. He's set in a different world with different characters. I see. And how many of them are the single player games? I'll be right back. Just need to go to the bathroom and enjoy the company of my new minion. It's actually pretty cool. You're not being left with an empty chair after I leave. Oh. Oh, I have the MGP. Let me see. I have a 400,000K. I was spending a lot on like transmog and items, but I made sure to have enough for the car. Mechanic in Final Fantasy, and you only ever meet his daughter. Wait, what are we talking about? FFXIV completed are the MMOs. How many of them are single players in comparison to like the MMOs? Like, I don't even know anything about the other games. I still would know the origin of Nildog's mysterious eye. With Nildog fallen, none save Herselvik remains to answer our questions. Let us trouble the worm again. It's actually, I don't know if this is gonna mess up anything. Again, and if Ice Heart yet lingers at Zenith, all the better. I would have her hear the truth from the dragon's maw. Yeah, why not? And I need my glasses. MMOs are 11 and 14. So, do people still like play the 11 one? Is that also a subscription game, or is it just a game? It's still up. I see. Also, I have a concerning little thing to ask you guys. I saw that. Well, this is probably not something I should be worried about, but I did see that there's that like the Endwalker is supposed to be like the finale of the story or something like that. And does that mean that after that it's going to be the end of Final Fantasy XIV, or is there something else that's happening after that? Or are they just gonna, like, are they gonna discontinue it or something? Because I'm not fully understanding what happens after this whole, you know, era or whatever that they were talking about. And I found it a little bit scary when I read it. Okay, the finale of this story arc. And what happens after we get that finale? Does anyone know? Okay, here's the sail. Wait, this is the Song Begins quest. Let me see. Okay, this is the last one that we want to finish for this story. Oh, no one knows, but they're not gonna stop with Final Fantasy, are they? Like, I mean, it's doing really well. That's not gonna happen, is it? Drazu, was it not? The furious screams of the dragons carried far. You have slain Nildog. What more could you desire from this place? Will you not allow Frazel Vaker to mourn the death of his kin in peace? Well, she's very angry with us, but like it's not us who slain that one. Well, I guess she's talking to Einstein. Spare us her sanctimonious judgment, Ice Maiden. We have a gift for the Great Worm and a mystery that can no longer lie buried. Okay, I hope they're gonna explain this. He's planning for the game to continue to at least 9.0. Oh, so that means that they're gonna start a new chapter rather than like discontinuing the production of the game. Like, why would they discontinue? I don't know. It's just a little scary to think about it, because I just found a perfect new MMO and it's like this is the finale of the story, and I'm like, what's gonna be after that? Lady Iceheart, the Dragon Song War has all but consumed your life and claimed many of your followers. 'Tis time you learn the truth of its beginning, the whole truth, that we may at last bring the bitter conflict to an end. Sound horn, warrior of light. Okay, I think we're finally gonna get to understand this. The story arc for 7.0 is already complete. What does that mean? Like, the production of it is complete, but it's not live yet? Or what do you mean? Okay, I have a feeling this is going to be really important to understand now. I hope they're going to give a lot of it, because the whole part about him killing Nildog was just very confusing. Like, someone lied big time. Where like goes to Northrend and the sky shatters. Oh, the writing. Let's see. Impotent mortals ever seeking to bury old wrongs under new. Eee. That's sad to think about. Like, how are we not afraid of him? Did sense the moment of Nildog's demise.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head?
Your eye from his head. So the eye was colored differently. He had a red eye, and then he plucked a yellow eye from his head. And this guy also has a yellow eye, so that means he knew the whole time. And I'm guessing the eye is of the Frazelmaker? What? Why would he, like, can he give him an eye? What in the world? Twould seem thou hast uncovered my secret eye, and to the blind and Nildog did I yield one half of my strength. Why? So that's the eye. Are we gonna give it back? What are we doing? Why are we giving it back? Oh, that was blinding. So his eye is just like live and well? Why did we do this? So he doesn't kill us? What is happening? Nildog is his brother. I thought he was just like calling him brother in a way. I didn't actually think they were related. But it's still very selfless to give away an eye for someone. It's just such a selfless act. Like, how do you do that? Oh, so there's 3 of them. There's Nildog, there's Hershelveger, and there's Ratatoskr. You're undone by covetous mortals. They did take Ratatosk's eyes and glut their appetites upon her essence. Oh, there were 7. Oh, okay. She's slain then. What matters has unmade our peaceful accord. Did I not warn thee, brood brother? They have ever been untrustworthy creatures, these short-lived Alison. I don't understand how it was even in the interest of dragons to have these like peaceful accords with people who seem to be so short-lived in comparison to them. Oh, so it wasn't selfless, it was guilt. It was guilt that made him give one of his eyes. But thou went enchanted by thy mortal maid. Thy folly hath cost Ratatoskr her life and me mine eyes. So it was definitely guilt.
And yes,
my beloved Shiva, how swiftly are thy kin made bestial by their appetites. So she's like inside in a way. Hershelveger, it was thy blindness that did invite disaster into our lands. Surrender thee and not— oh, it was blackmail. It wasn't even selflessness or guilt, it was blackmail. Surrender thee and I to me, and let that be thy penance. Or it was a threat. Something between a threat and a... This is the dragon who ate her. She did ask to be eaten, though. Like, I can't really blame him for it, because he didn't want to, right? Okay, so Hershelveger actively enabled his insanity. They bested me once, but I was reckless. I shall need but a single eye to inflict enduring torment upon these traitors and every child of their line. So he enabled him completely. He could have not done it. Yield to me thy strength, brood brother. So consequently, a part of Shiva is also now a part of Nildog, as her spirit is traveling from one dragon to another. My vengeance has begun. Okay, so basically they were... yeah, he totally enabled him. And we were left to deal with that. That's not what I expected. Huh.
Has easy
It's like you entered my head. Thou hast borne witness to a scene from my past.
It was yours. Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Would that Haldreth had dealt the worm a killing blow.
None of this would have happened. When my brood brother did appear before me, bloody and blinded, his life was all but spent. He demanded half my vigor, that he might exact his revenge upon the mortals who had wronged us. And I still don't understand the mechanical point of like giving your eye to another dragon without ever plucking it out or having someone do it. That was a bit strange, but I guess they didn't really want to be graphical with it. I don't know.
So you acquiesced. You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
Jesus. That's so stupid. So he was like, the peace of my beloved so dearly desired has been shattered by her own kin. So that pretty much invalidated her in his mind, just because she was of the same race and she wanted peace. Like, their treachery claimed my brood sister's life and my brood brother's reason. Thinkest thou thy fits of indignation will move me to remorse? But like you enabled his insanity. Like, he lost his reason, but you were a big part of it. That's actually a big ooh. I'm Go, mortals, take your unruly passions and leave this place. Your presence here spelleth naught but misery. Like, this dragon is more human than any of us. He has more human flaws than any of us. Were it not for Shiva's soothing embrace, I would slay you where you stand. Woe betide you should the bond we share ever weaken. Maybe it's the part of her that's causing all this stuff to be happening. But still, it's just... Yeah, I'd like to do all the lore parts. Let me actually catch up with the chat as soon as the cutscene is over. There's a lot that I wanted to comment on. There might be a huge point where they upgrade the whole legend, but that is just speculation. Do you even feel like there's a real need to? I mean, I don't know. To me, it looks just fine, but I'm guessing they don't want to make the same mistakes many of the previous like MMOs that we know of did, with like not like saying where they're at, thinking that they're having it good, and then just being overrun by time. I can totally get that. There were 7 brood siblings. 7.0 is the highest risk time for FF14. They need to beat the "it's not as good as the old story" nostalgia. I guess, but if they have the same people who are writing these quests and this story that was written like from the Realm Reborn up until like the latest expansion, like I guess like I shouldn't be saying this because I haven't gone through the whole thing yet, but I guess we should give them a little credit for it because they did do a good job. So I'm guessing if they already finished it, they have a bunch of time to like polish it and figure out if that's what they want to do. So I'm gonna choose to have faith. I mean, after like what I've been through with other MMOs, I feel like that might be the wrong choice, but I'm still going to. I'm still gonna try to do it. Elf Lady was crazy. How she thought that would bring them closer, I have no idea. Well, he kind of... I don't know how that works. like, if you eat someone who is willingly being eaten in comparison to eating someone who is running away from you, does that mean that the willfully sacrificed soul gets to, I don't know, remain a part of you because of the love you feel for each other? I still don't understand that part very well. But you go to Fantasy China. What's Fantasy China? Well, he has any loyalty to any of you. Why would like, I don't know, I still don't understand why he actually just gave his eye away just because this one asked for it. But I guess it was part guild. Dragons have their ether embedded in their eyes, and that is why they hold so much power. I see. Spoilers. Oh, the party's not in Eorzea. Oh, okay. Well, then I'll stop asking questions, and I think I'm going to stop here for today. And I'm really tired. I had so little sleep these days. I'm barely keeping my eyes open, but I wanted to finish this story, and I wanted to kind of hang out with you guys and catch up to you, and just show off my my, I wouldn't say poorly improvised setup, but it's somewhat okay. There's still a lot of work to be done, but I'm glad that I can actually stream and that it's working out as well as it is. I'm gonna try to work on the echo part and basically the light, if there's anything to be done. Maybe I'm going to have, okay, let me actually show you this. Like the light is actually turned off in the living room right now. But yeah, I'm on the balcony. This is the closed balcony that used to be a legitimate balcony before, so I could have like a lamp here that would bring some light onto the balcony without turning on the living room, which would be there. And for those of you who haven't seen my setup, I'm going to show it to you once more. Basically, this is just a really tiny room, but here it goes. Basically, this is that light that is just killing me, and I can't really use it. These are the screens, and these are the windows. So this is how I'm keeping my window right now, and I think it's actually reducing the echo. And now that we have it open, I think I'll be able to show you a little bit of the city without the glare thing from the lights. Okay, so this is the view from the 18th floor. It's actually really high up, and I want to show it to you during daytime because it's actually gorgeous. But this is what I get to see. And in our bedroom, pretty much the whole wall is just glass windows, and it's so pretty. It's nothing fancy or anything, but it's just a really nice view. And I'll try to show it to you soon. But this is the other side of the window, and basically this is what I have behind me. So basically the whole city, whoever's looking in this direction now gets to see these lights, because the building is so high up that it looks like a little beacon or something, and you can actually see it from downstairs. It's crazy, like how far you can see these little lights. I don't even understand how that's possible, but basically this is a very this is a hose from my air conditioner, and this is where the water runs out of the apartment from the air conditioner, and it looks hideous. I just kind of wanted to mask it a little bit with the lights, but the lights kind of turned out to look really good in a way. And here's the little dragon, who's now our most loyal companion. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much all I got so far. I managed to somehow do this in one day. So yeah, for any of the issues we may have encountered, maybe with the sound or the video or whatever, you will excuse me, but I'm still working on it. But we'll get there. We'll get there. I just need a little bit of time to adjust and to figure out what I need to do. But anyway, for those of you who came to my moving in party or whatever, whatever it's called, thanks for dropping by today, and I will be seeing you next time on Wednesday. So around the same time, I think 9 p.m. CET. Today I started a little bit later because we were getting our toddler used to sleeping in a new room. And it was going not as well as I'd expected, and I knew I would be late for the 9 p.m. so I rescheduled it for 10, but hopefully by Wednesday we're going to be a little bit better adjusted, so he's going to actually go to bed on time, and I'm going to try to wake him up earlier these days so he can actually just get some of that energy out there. He was so excited. He actually, my husband and him, they helped me get these lights up, and he basically spent like half an hour trying to play with all these lights. It was actually really adorable. Which country or city? This is Serbia, Novi Sad. So I'll write it in chat actually, so you can because I'm not sure if you can what's it called? Just type it in from based on what I said. Depending on where you're from. But anyway, that is that's all I got, and I will be seeing you. I'll be seeing you then. Have a great week, and yeah, thanks again for hanging out today. I'm really tired. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I just want to go to bed. It was a good story today. I'm happy that we finished the dragon quests, and apparently there's a lot more to come when it comes to Heavensward, but I'm ready for it. So yeah, thanks. Have a great night, and see you Wednesday. Bye.